Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ-Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing bad time. Doing bad time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego. It's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Ascow and Sean Mann.
Hey, welcome everybody to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow in the house. Got a jam-packed show for you guys today. Lots and lots and lots to get to. We're going to have a lot of fun getting into all today for our 2-hour show. So stick around and get ready for the fastest 2 hours of sports talk you've ever heard on the internet. I guarantee it. SportsWorldRadio.com is the place to listen to us. You want to come in and hang out in our chat room? We're over at Spreaker. That's Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Head on over there, get yourself a free account. It's free. Sign up. Type in Sports World Radio. The bottom of your screen. Go all the way over to the right. You'll see the player down there. All the way over to the right, you'll see the bubble. Click the bubble. Start chatting away like everybody else is in the chat room right now. 619-663-3715. 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. SWRshow@gmail.com. SWRshow@gmail.com is the number to get in touch with us here at Sports World. Email to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. Follow us over there on Twitter at twitter.com/Sports World Radio. That's twitter.com/Sports World Radio. And while you're doing that, go like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Sports World Radio. Facebook.com/Sports World Radio. Like us, follow us, do it all to us. Hey, if you're over at SportsWorldRadio.com, click the donate button and donate to the cause. And even if you're not at Sports World Radio right now, SportsWorldRadio.com, excuse me, head on over there sometime during the show when we're on a commercial break or something like that. Click the donate button and donate to the cause and help us keep us doing here what we like to do for you, and that's entertain you every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central?
If you live in the Central, figure that out for yourself.
And there you heard our good friend, the co-host of Sports World Radio, Sean Mann, the update man. What's going on, buddy?
I'm doing good there, Jeff. I'm very sunshiny, very warm. It's 6:06 p.m. on the East Coast, 3:06 p.m. on the West. For you people in the East, I hope you drive careful, stay safe after a big, massive snowstorm. And at least Jeff doesn't have to live on the East Coast where they're getting hammered with snow.
That's what you get for living where you live. You know what? You know what I'm thinking right now there, buddy?
What?
I'm thinking since you guys are stuck in your snowstorm, you might as well just come and listen to Sports World Radio for the next couple of days. That's what I'm thinking. So just hang out with us for the next 2 hours and laugh and forget about the snow that's out there. Also hanging out with us like he always does each and every Monday. Sometimes we keep him for 2 hours, but he's definitely here for the first hour. Our good friend, Nicholas Turturro, otherwise known as Nicholas Spiva. What's up, buddy?
Hey, not much, guys. What's going on? It's been a great sports weekend.
It has, hasn't it? How you doing?
I know you guys didn't watch the Senior Bowl, but I watched a little of the Senior Bowl and had my football fix for the weekend.
The who?
The Senior Bowl.
The hell is that?
Oh, come on. It's the best. It's the best college seniors playing football.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's fantastic. You know, I was going to talk to you guys about the announcers, but since you guys didn't watch it.
When was that on?
Saturday, 3 o'clock, NFL Network.
I was busy watching a Blue Bloods marathon.
Man, they have those on all day on ION.
Yeah. On
Christmas.
Yeah. Well, on Thursday at 9 o'clock in the morning it starts for me, okay, and goes all day long till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Goodness, you got your fix then.
And then on Thursday at 6 o'clock in the morning for me, It goes all day till 3 o'clock in the afternoon on WGN America.
Is that before or after In the Heat of the Night?
I think it's after No, it's on Thursday. On Fridays, it's no Heat of the Night. It's Blue Bloods.
Okay.
On Thursdays, Heat of the Night is all over WGN. Yeah, but
in the Heat of the Night, I used to watch that when I was in high school. When I would stay home sick from school.
I just spent 2 hours watching Blue Bloods on WGN.
I'm almost caught up. We got one episode behind. They didn't have a new one this week. Kind of
No, they
disappointing.
did not have a new one this week.
But I still got one episode left to watch.
They played the opener of season 5, which was this year. Where did you see the opener of season 5?
Yes, I did.
Where Baez's brother gets killed.
Yes.
Javi. Yeah, they replayed that one Friday night.
Yeah, I'm almost caught up. Finally.
Well, you get caught up with that website I sent you?
Yeah, I've checked it out. I think I have to sign. Don't you have to sign up or something?
No.
I tried to click on the thing and it sent me to another page, so I haven't got that done yet. But
oh yeah, you got to. You know what? I got to hook you up. You got to get the blocker there that blocks all the ads and stuff.
Yeah, because I got pop-ups galore.
Yeah, we got to stop that stuff. I'll give you something and I'll get rid of that. Turn on your Skype. Keep your Skype on after the show. I'll turn mine on. I'll send you something. I'll get rid of that.
Sounds like a winner chicken dinner.
Winner chicken dinner. That's right. So, a lot of things going on in the sports world. What do you say we get to it there, Mr. Shoney?
Yes, indeed. And, of course, you know where Skippy Bayless is when we get to the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour? He is actually, I'm looking at it now,
he's in Arizona.
Glendale, Arizona.
Yeah, he's in Arizona. What's he doing in Arizona?
He's talking about the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, he should be shot in the head.
Jeff can just get in his car, hop in there, and go see Skippy Bayless.
He's lucky. He's lucky that he's 4 hours. I'm gonna wait for him next year when he's here in San Diego for the All-Star game.
And then rip him and say, how can you say that that San Diego is a bad baseball town?
If San Diego's a bad baseball town, then what the hell are you doing here? Your statement said San Diego's a bad baseball town. Then why are you here? Exactly. You're getting me all riled up already, aren't you?
I am. NFL looking at the Patriots attendant. The NFL is zeroed in on a New England Patriots locker room attendant who allegedly took the AFC Championship game
hold on a second,
from
Sean.
the officials' locker room to another area.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm watching ESPN right now. Mm-hmm. And do you know that there's 4 games canceled? Nets, the Knicks, the Providence game, and the Rutgers games have all been canceled because of the snow problem. And also, hey, Josh, our program director and producer of the show, Josh Lopez, is a big wrestling fan. Okay, and remember on Friday's show there, Sean?
Yeah.
In the second hour of in the last 45 minutes of the show, Sean and I were talking wrestling. We were talking about the pay-per-view that came up on that was yesterday. Awesome pay-per-view, first of all. Awesome pay-per-view. I just didn't like the girls' wrestling match. Otherwise, it was really cool. Awesome pay-per-view. But they're supposed to wrestle tonight, I believe, in Hartford, Connecticut. On the East Coast. And they canceled tonight. In fact, they canceled tonight and tomorrow night. So, with no live show tonight, I'm dying to see what the hell they're going to do tonight. They're doing Raw from their headquarters tonight. But what the hell does that mean? There's going to be no wrestling show. What do you mean they're doing it from the headquarters? What the hell is that? We're going to be watching nothing but snippets all night long?
Replays of a green screen?
Replays of crap that we've seen for 3 hours? They got a 3-hour show and they're going to do crap like that? Vince McMahon must be pulling the freaking hair out of his head. He must be going nuts that they can't do a live show tonight or tomorrow night. And then they got to pull some crap out of their ass for 3 hours tonight. Can you imagine that, Nick? 3 hours,
no,
they got to figure something. They got to figure something to do.
I used to watch wrestling, but I haven't watched it in several years. So I don't know all the new guys, but that's
how crazy is that? They have 3 hours every Monday night. They have to fill 3 hours. They have no live show tonight because of the freaking snow. No live show tomorrow night. They got to fill 2 hours tomorrow night, which actually airs on Thursday night. Unstink 'em, and they're going to actually air Raw on Thursday night? Is that what they were saying? Unstink unbelievable. What the hell is going on here?
You know, speaking of wrestling in WGN, that has me wondering if you and Sean and Josh watch that new show on WGN where they wrestle.
Yeah.
And they own a
mortuary?
A mortuary?
Yeah. I seen the advertisements for it. I like the wrestling aspect of it, but the death part of it, I'm not too cool with. You know what I'm saying?
Have you seen the part where the little kid hands out the flyers to his grandma's wrestling match at the funeral?
Yes, and he says, I'm sorry about your loss. Here's a flyer. Come see me wrestle tonight.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty funny, but I can't sit there and watch half death and half wrestling. No way. There's no way that's gonna happen. So I have not seen it.
I used to watch a show on Lifetime or whatever. They followed these guys that worked at a funeral home. It was the craziest show I've ever seen.
Hey, Josh, I got an idea. Why don't they do a live show without anybody in the stadium? Just an empty. Do the show to an empty crowd so people could see it on TV. Because I know you know damn well that all the wrestlers are there already at the freaking stadium.
Don't people in Hartford, Connecticut drive in the snow anyway?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's not like it's in Texas where they never drive in the snow. I mean, just get out there.
What happened to you, Vince? What happened to you, Vince? The show must go on. What happened to you, buddy? You getting soft in your old age?
Old coots. What are you gonna do?
The old coot, man. Come on, Vince. What's the matter with you, man? The show must go on. Don't give me 3 hours of videotape bull crap that I'm gonna have to be forced to watch tonight.
Josh goes, Connecticut banned movement state of emergency. They are not allowing any events going on in the state of Connecticut. Roads have been cleared. Our roads are off limits for drivers.
Unstink unbelievable. So all the wrestlers and everybody in WWE are already at freaking already there.
Oh boy.
They were there since they left last night to go there. So I know they're there.
Have to watch the best of Raw.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be seeing tonight. Exactly what we're going to be seeing. The best of Raw. They'll probably talk about the pay-per-view from last night. Apologize for what's going on. It's going to be disgusting.
Josh, why are you assuming that what they are going to do? They're not at the arena, Jeff. They were in Philadelphia. Most of them are in New Jersey.
Excuse me, but I know for a fact that they're already in Hartford. They left last night after the event.
Lots of cancellations.
How about this? How about they just go wrestle in the snow?
Yeah.
Why not put the ring outside to make it interesting?
I wonder if their stock went down because of that.
At least they were able to get another big event before the snowstorm came. And Jeff, if I could, I'd like to go to this. And Nick, here's a big story. Mike Krzyzewski, the college basketball coach for Duke, got his 1,000th win. Congratulations, Coach K, on a sensational college basketball.
Now that's a good
career.
Story to start off with. Instead of starting off with your freaking New England Patriots crap.
Why not? Why not? I want to get away from it. Duke wins 77-68. Jeff, you know what was really cool? I had ESPN on yesterday, and they talked about Coach K's career, and they had like the top 10 moments for Duke University.
He looked pretty young when he went there, didn't he?
Yes.
What's he been there, 30 years?
Yeah, he looked really young when he went there for the first time, right? And I liked it. I liked it when they showed that he made a joke about his name. Remember the little clip that they showed when he's spelling his name? He says it used to be a lot harder.
Yep.
I thought that was really cool, you know? And he's been
really
there for 30 stinking years, right?
Yep, and Phil Jackson was there, of course, the president of the Knicks, and, of course, his great coaching success. And, Nick, that's an outstanding career when you look at what
why
Coach
Phil
K
Jackson
has done.
was there, right, Sean?
Mm-hmm.
You know why Phil Jackson was there, right?
Yep.
He wasn't there to watch K's get his 1,000th win. He was there to watch Okafor play. That's what he was there for. He was scouting.
Maybe he's wanted to watch some good basketball for once.
He was watching Okafor play because that's who they're going to get, because they're going to end up with the #1 pick because they suck.
Yeah.
Hey,
Coach,
I call it like I see it.
I took a basketball class about 3 years ago with the University of Central Oklahoma. Their basketball coach taught this class, and we went over the book. Coach K did. It's a great book. You can learn a lot. Not just basketball players, but everybody. You can learn life lessons from the book. And the fact that he's never had a major infraction
in 30
like
years
in North Carolina in 30 years.
Yeah, I know. That's pretty
remarkable.
That's pretty impressive.
That's what I said, Nick, a few days ago on Friday's show when I talked with Jeff. Actually, Thursday with Frank and with Jeff, I did the same thing. I read a book about Coach K. I learned all about what his thoughts were in regards to leadership. It was pretty outstanding and very good. And I just say, sensational career. He's got a couple more years left, and people will never, ever forget Coach K for all he has done with that Duke program. They even mentioned yesterday on ESPN about how Coach Mike Krzyzewski had received numerous offers in the NBA. I'm glad he turned them down because he didn't want to leave that Duke program with all the national titles he won.
Yeah, and you know what? I still remember to this day, 20 years ago, 1992, Duke, Kentucky. Christian Laettner shot. And I've never liked Duke. I like Coach K, but I don't like Duke. And I've never liked Duke, and that was just crushing.
That was crushing.
I don't like Kentucky either, but I didn't want to see Duke win, and I still picture that shot from 20 years ago. Unbelievable shot.
Yeah, that was pretty freaking impressive, huh?
March of 1992 actually is when it happened, and that was unbelievable. That how he grabbed the basketball, he threw it in half court, and Jeff, you remember, he turned right around, boom, he nails the swishing shot.
Yeah, you know something? Duke had some really good freaking teams, man. Billy Hurley and that group there.
Yeah, Grant Hill.
Yeah, they had some really good teams, man. He's done a very impressive job. Very impressive job. Now all he's got to do is catch Pat Summitt. She's at 1,098.
Oh boy,
he's
the highest. Huh?
What's that?
Oh yeah,
3 more years.
3 more years. Yeah. How old is he?
4 more years.
How old is he?
Coach K, I'll look it up.
How old is he? 55? 55, 60?
I'd say he's probably maybe 55 to 60.
55, 60. He could probably coach there for another 10 years if you wanted. Easy.
Yeah, I would think so.
Right?
Mike Krzyzewski is 67 years old.
Wow.
He'll be 68 next month.
Wow.
I did not expect that.
Wow. He'll be, 68 next month?
68 on February 13th.
Holy freaking Toledo.
He doesn't look 68.
He does.
No.
Jesus Christ, man. I thought he was 50, 55 years old. Holy freaking Toledo, Batman. 68?
Wow.
He's a senior citizen.
He can get the discount at the Yale store.
He can get the discount at the freaking movies. He can get his AAA discount now.
Wow. That is surprising. I really thought he was about 60.
I thought it was, yeah, me too. 55, 60 years old. I didn't expect 68. Whew.
Yeah.
You're an old fart, dude. Hey, you know something,
but he's
though?
a good coach, and he's coached the USA men's basketball during the FIBA World Championship in 2014.
Nicholas, he looks really good, right?
Oh, yeah.
Can he coach another 5, 6, 7 years? Easy?
Well, I would think so. How long did Bobby Knight coach? Did he coach into his 70s?
He coached University of Indiana, Bob Knight, from 1971 to 2000. And then he went to Texas
but how
Tech
old?
University.
Okay, yeah, but how old was he when he went to Texas University?
Let's see. I'm looking that up now.
In the 70s?
I would think he had to be.
Right now, Bob Knight is 74 years old. He'll be 75.
Well, I don't want to know right now. I want to know how old he was when he was at Texas.
If he's 74 now and he left, 5 years ago?
He was about 68,
69 probably?
Yeah.
The same age as freaking Coach K is now. Right? Coach K, but Coach K, he looks like he can go until he's at least 75. Doesn't he?
I would think so. I mean, look at Dick LeBeau. Was he 77? He just signed on with the Arizona Cardinals?
How old was Adolph Rupp when he stopped? He was old.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, he could keep going.
He's got a lead. He's 68. Don't you think he could go until at least he's 75, 76, 77? Hubie Brown commentary till he's 81. Well, That's commentary. He's sitting on his ass. Come on.
He's still doing that.
Yeah, he's still doing that.
Huey Brown was great. I grew up watching
He's
him when
still
he was
doing
on
it.
TNT with Dick Stockton. They were fun. They
He's
were a good
still
team.
doing it, Hubie. But come on, that's commentary sitting on your ass. Anybody could do that till they're 110. Okay?
You remember, Jeff, you being the Knicks fan, growing up in New York, how big Huey Brown was when he coached the Knicks a little bit.
Yeah, he was. You know what? I went to I learned from Hubie Brown. I went to a basketball camp, and Hubie Brown was one of the coaches there. So I got to learn from him personally. Him and Larry Brown and a couple of other people. That's when I believe Hubie Brown was coaching the Knicks back then.
Nick, to answer your question, it was February 4th, 2008, when, going back to Bob Knight, he retired as head coach of the Texas Tech Red Raiders. So it was in 08.
In 08.
7 years ago.
7 years ago. So what did that make him?
67?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's about the same
67,
age.
68, yeah.
Okay, that's the same age as Coach K is now, and Coach K doesn't even look like he's 67 years old.
He looks so young, and he's still doing
Right?
a sensational job with the Duke
So
program.
the way
Maybe
he
he'll win a
looks,
title too.
And unless we don't know anything and he's not healthy, which he looks really healthy, right?
Yep.
He could probably go for another 10 years, don't you think?
Yep.
Yeah, he can go for as long as he wants to. He'll break as many records, and nobody will be able to catch him, probably, if he keeps going.
And don't you think that he would be up there with the all-time coaches? Like Rupp?
Yeah. I think he's got to be there now. I mean, look what he's done.
Well, like Rupp and all those guys?
And Duke, it's so hard to get in. I would think it's pretty hard to get into Duke, and he's got a great graduation rate. Never had any cheating scandals like North Carolina's got.
Correct.
And he graduates his players.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's just a whole package. I mean, and I don't like Duke at all, but he's done a great job there. Just unbelievable. And I would think once he retires, he's got to go down as the greatest coach ever, I would think.
Mike Krzyzewski was named head coach of the Duke Blue Devils on March 18th, 1980. So
1980?
on the 18th, it'll be his 35th anniversary when he took over.
1980?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Jesus criminy.
Year after I was born.
He's been there 35 years?
Yeah.
35 years?
35 years, Jeff, as the coach of the Duke Blue Devils.
That's
and
longer.
I'm so glad he didn't go into NBA.
You want to know? You know what I like about it? That's longer than Sean's been alive, and that's longer than freaking Josh has been alive.
Yep.
How old are you, Nicholas?
I'm 35, going to be 36 in April.
Well, that's just as old. So he's been the Duke Blue Devils head coach as long as Nicholas has been alive.
Yeah. That's crazy. How many coaches can stay that long?
Wow. 35
and still
years?
be motivated to coach.
And with all those interviews yesterday, he still looks like he's very motivated to coach, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, some of these coaches stay there 15, 16 years. They get kind of, I guess, stuck in a rut, and they don't recruit as well.
And they get burnt
teams
out.
kind of are average to mediocre.
And they get
Coach
burnt out.
K's always been there. Always in the. It seems like he's in the Sweet 16 every year and goes on from there.
35 years in one place.
Mm-hmm.
Holy freaking Toledo. Nicholas, have you been in one place your whole life?
Pretty much. I've moved houses. But I've lived in the same city, Oklahoma City, for my entire life.
This guy has lived in the same house for 35 years.
I moved houses, but still.
Not you.
Yeah, same spot.
Not you,
That's
but
pretty
freaking
remarkable. Yeah, Coach K, yeah.
Coach K has lived in the same house for 35 years.
And it's still winning. That's what and you know, you always hear a lot of people say, well, this guy should retire because he doesn't relate to the players.
Nobody's
I'm not saying
talking
Coach K, but I mean, say a coach the same age. Well, he doesn't relate to the players. How does Coach K relate to players and other coaches don't? Or they say that about a certain coach when he gets a little older. Well, he doesn't relate to the players. He doesn't understand what they're saying. But yet Coach K has been there, and he's still getting great talent, always a top recruiting class. He can still relate to players, but other coaches can't.
Hey, Josh.
That's pretty impressive as well.
Josh, do me a favor. Go find out how long Jim Boeheim's been in Syracuse.
And Jeff and Nick, I got a question. Do you remember the 1992 Dream Team? He was also Mike Krzyzewski, an assistant coach for the Dream Team of '92.
And he's still coaching the USA
Yeah,
basketball.
he helped turn the USA basketball around.
Correct. And he's
After
still
they got
coaching.
whooped a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
His
By some,
resume is incredible.
Well, yeah. Well, he's already in the Hall of Fame, right?
Absolutely.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he's already in the Hall of Fame. Basketball Hall of Fame.
Josh,
so.
you could have to check that one.
Yeah, Josh, find out how long Jim Boeheim's been in Syracuse. Because correct me if I'm wrong. Those two guys right there had been with the same university longer than anybody in college basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Nicholas?
Yeah, I would think so. Jim Boeheim, yeah, he's been there a while.
Jim Boeheim, 46 years? He's been at Syracuse?
What?
Really? I didn't know
wow.
that. Jeez.
No way. Really? Look at Josh. Look at
46
Josh.
years.
Look at Josh's
As
new
a head
picture.
coach or as like affiliated with the university?
Look at Josh's new picture.
I see it.
See Josh's new picture in the Skype room, in the Spreaker chat room. Somebody is deflating a ball.
Mike Krzyzewski worked with Bob Knight. He actually
1969.
played for Bob Knight Army at West Point.
Wow. Jim Boeheim's been with Syracuse since 1969.
Did he graduate? Didn't he graduate from Syracuse?
I don't know. Okay, so he's head coach overall 53 years. But he's been with Syracuse for 46 of those 53 years.
Two good coaches. They're
Wow.
two wonderful college coaches.
So Boeheim and Coach K have been the only two coaches that stay with their programs the longest.
That's incredible,
Yeah,
Nick, when you think about it.
Yeah, because a lot of people want to get coaches out there after several years.
And you want to know something?
And I saw an article that said in this day and age, Coach K wouldn't have stayed with Duke because his early years he was pretty bad.
Right.
I mean, and they would have fired him before he even had a chance to get going.
Correct. Now
I mean, look, this first year is 17-13, and 80-81, 81-82 is 10-17, and the next year is 11-17.
Right.
That's 3 years. If they usually would have fired him after that, then after that he started winning 24-10, 23-8, 37-3. Amazing.
We have to go to commercial break, but there's another college coach I was going to mention too, real quickly. Dean Smith. I remember Dean Smith from North Carolina. He was another good college coach who turned that program around.
How long was he at North Carolina for before he
I
retired?
think it was from 62 to 96. I think it was late 90s when he retired. Dean
Okay,
Smith.
we're going to, you know what? Josh, check that out for us. We're going to run to our first commercial break. You listen to Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva joining you here for the next 2 hours, or the next hour and a half, I should say, of what's left of Sports World Radio. Thank you for joining us. 619-663-3715, 619-663-3715 is the number to get in touch touch with us here at Sports World Radio, or if you want to send us an email, swrshow@gmail.com. That's swrshow@gmail.com. All right, Sean, what's next, buddy?
I was just going to mention another thing about Krzyzewski real quickly. He received the U.S. Basketball Writers Association Wayman Tisdale Humanitarian Award, Nick and Jeff, honoring his civic service and for what he did with charity. You know, his charitable efforts in making a significant positive impact on society.
Wayman Tisdale?
Yep, the Wayman Tisdale Humanitarian Award. That's pretty impressive. But, Nick, when you think about it, that was expected because Coach K did a lot with helping people out with the society and leadership, and he also tried to make a strong push with cancer because remember what we talked about, Jeff, with what happened with Jimmy V back when he lost his battle with cancer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's don't they have some big cancer research center there around Duke? I can't remember. I thought I saw him there.
I think so.
Something like he was there doing a lot of work with them. So I think I saw one of the weeks where they had the Jimmy V week, and he was really, really involved in that. And I think they were really, really close in his later years. He went to go visit him, I think, every day or something like that. It was really, really a great story.
Hey, are they as close as R.Godell and the owner of the Patriots?
I think they were.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
think so.
That's disgusting. You know that, right?
Yeah, having a big party before the championship game, inviting him over.
Yeah, that's
getting
terrible.
all cozy.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? A lot of people consider Robert Kraft to be like the assistant commissioner. What's up with that?
Yeah, I bet they had a sleepover too. They roasted marshmallows in the backyard. I bet they did that before the game too.
Unstinking believable. And there's a lot
Told
of owners
scary stories.
Yeah, and there's a lot of owners that are pretty upset with that, and I don't blame them. You're showing favoritism. What's up with that? You're not supposed to show favoritism. You work for all the owners.
The next story that we move to the NBA right now. Jeff, Nick, Kobe Bryant will have surgery Wednesday on his torn right rotator cuff, likely ending his 19th season with the LA Lakers.
Who cares?
Oh, boo-hoo.
We all knew it was coming.
Hit the bricks.
Have we seen the last of Kobe?
He's having shoulder surgery, and he's likely out for the season. What do you mean likely? Of course he's out for the season, you morons.
I've heard that with that surgery, you can't move your arm for like 6 months. You have to stay stabilized in a cast or a sling or something for 6 months or something. Yeah. It's the crazy. Likely. It's one of the worst surgeries you can have.
Likely out
because you're just immobilized.
Yeah, likely out for the season. Shut the hell up.
Was he going to be day to day?
Ryan's torn rotator cuff is likely his third straight season-ending injury.
Not likely, it is.
Likely seems to be ESPN's favorite word, I guess,
yeah,
out of this story.
Hey, ESPN, I got an idea. It's not likely, it is. You just don't have the balls to say it. That's why you put the word likely in front of it.
He missed the 2013 NBA playoffs with a torn Achilles tendon, and he played just 6 games last season before breaking a bone near his left knee. Nick, I have to say, this might be the end of Kobe Bryant's days in LA. You wonder.
It's likely. It's likely. It likely could be the end of his days in LA.
What do you think, Nick?
How do you like that, ESPN? Does that work for you, ESPN? It likely could be the end of his days in LA. Freaking jackasses.
I would think so. I mean, I think it's gonna be tough for him to come back. I mean, and
it's only a shooting shoulder.
They're benching all their players.
It's only a shooting shoulder.
They just benched Jeremy Lin for a while, and then Nick Young, they benched him. They have nobody. Who do they have? I mean, I don't even know who they have.
It's only a shooting shoulder. Right? It's only a shooting shoulder.
And Byron Scott doesn't mind, Jeff. Like you said, he's getting paid from Cleveland and L.A., so he's got his money.
He don't give a fig Newton.
Lakers are having another one of their worst years. Last year they were 26 and 56. Here they are 12 and 33.
Screw the Lakers.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Don't hurt my feelings one bit.
They can lose the rest of their games.
I'm not missing. You know what? It's going to be a fight to see who gets the number 1 pick between the Lakers and the Knicks. That's what they could fight about. When was the last time the Lakers and Knicks get to fight over the number 1 pick?
I don't remember.
Has it ever happened?
How about that, huh, boys and girls? Going from the championship to fighting over who gets to be gets the number one pick. How about those apples right there?
From the penthouse to the outhouse.
Well, that's more than the outhouse, dude.
38 minutes after the hour.
You know what? You don't even have an outhouse. You just got to go in the woods and use leaves.
The Dallas Mavericks are confident.
That sucks, right? Right, Nicholas? That sucks if you have to do that, right?
Yeah, you're hurting. You might as well just give up and, I don't know, go steal some toilet paper or something.
Exactly, and that's the Knicks and the Lakers right there in a nutshell.
Poor Hollywood and poor New York just trying to figure out how
And you know what? New York, this is the epitome of how bad the Knicks season's going. Okay? They can't even play a game tonight in Madison Square Garden because freaking Mother Nature won't let them.
Because a nasty blizzard is hitting the East Coast.
Yeah. Mother Nature said, you know what, Knicks? You suck so bad, I'm going to downpour some snow so you don't even have to play. How about that?
At least, at least they don't lose. That's what you can look out of it.
Well, that's what he's saying. That's what
lose.
She's saying. She says, this way you won't lose, you won't get to play, I'm just going to downpour some snow for you. How about that, man? They can't catch a break for nothing, so they might as well just dump the season and get the number one pick. And you want to know something? That's not even a guarantee either.
How funny would that be if somebody that, like, say, the 14th worst team got the number one pick and the Knicks got the second?
That would piss me off, man.
Josh goes, Mother Nature is doing the Knicks a favor from embarrassing themselves on worldwide television again.
Michael Sands, next time you decide to tag me on Facebook, make sure you get your quote right and correct, because what you said at the beginning was incorrect, my man. He tags me on Facebook with a picture of Drew Brees and Tony Romo shaking or whatever. And underneath it says, I don't see no G-Man or something like that. They weren't no Giants in the game, something like that. And I said, hey, dude, get your facts right, you moron. Beckham Jr. was in the game, you jackass. And then he types back, well, Eli Manning was. I said, you didn't say that. You said a Giant, you moron. What the hell's the matter with you? Get your facts right. Before you start to rain on my parade, make sure you get the facts right. Because if you don't, I'm going to rip you a new one every single time, you jackass.
40 minutes after the hour, we move to the next story. The Dallas Mavericks are looking at bringing back Jermaine O'Neal. And with
I know he's
Mavericks
listening.
adding Rajon Rondo, would this help the Mavericks?
And I know he's listening because he's going to type to Sean any minute on Facebook Messenger.
What do you think there, Nick? Do you think the Mavericks will bring back Jermaine O'Neal? Bring Jermaine O'Neal back
for a cheerleader? He's kind of old.
Bench.
What has he done?
How old is Jermaine O'Neal? How old is that guy? He can't be that old. He came into the league right out of high school.
Yeah, but he's had like knee problems, and I didn't really think he was that much of a player really. Now,
yeah, but
I don't know.
He's better.
He'd like him and spell Tyson Chandler, but I don't think it's going to do much. Give him really that much more of a lift.
36 years old is how old Jermaine O'Neal is.
He's pretty old for a basketball player, right?
Yep, 36.
I wouldn't think he could
because Kobe's
give him very many minutes.
How old is Kobe? He's older. How old is freaking Tim Duncan? He's older. How old is freaking Dirk Nowitzki?
Kobe is going to be 36 years old this year.
So he's 36, and he's getting hurt like a son of a bitch. What about them
old guys are falling apart now.
Well, it's not an old man's game. It's a young man's game.
I'm sure Mark Cuban just wants to add more pieces to the Dallas Mavericks.
He wants
to make sure that they can be a contender.
How old is Nowitzki? How old is Nowitzki and how old is Duncan? Come on, stat
boy. They're about
the
same. I think they're about 36.
They got to be up there in their late 30s.
And
I remember when Nowitzki was traded for Robert Tractor Trailer.
Trade for Dallas, wasn't it?
How about that? At the time, I thought, who the heck is this Nowitzki guy?
Yeah, well, you know what? Dallas Mavericks got their way in better the deal on that one.
Oh yeah.
Right?
They got their unbelievable
that
trade.
deal gave them their franchise player, didn't it?
That was like the Herschel Walker trade of the NBA there.
That deal gave him.
That was amazing.
That deal right there gave them their franchise player, and nobody knew him at the time. Everybody was saying, "Who the hell? Nowitzki? What the hell is this guy doing? And what's Cuban doing?" Right? And then boom,
it's a great move.
Cuban knew exactly what he was doing, didn't he?
That's probably one of the best moves the Mavericks have ever made. And I've always been a fan of Mark Cuban.
Mark Cuban was the one that turned the Dallas Mavericks organization around, and he came in there in January of 2000. He's been there now for 15 years as Mavericks owner.
Yeah, he's done a great job. Turned them around. I've been down to the stadium. It's a great stadium. American Airlines Center, or is it Arena? I can't remember which one it is, but
hey, Nick,
it's a fabulous stadium.
Did you ever go, Nick, to Reunion Arena?
I did. I actually went when Kobe Bryant was a rookie. And if I can find some pictures, I'll try to post them. We got there. Me and my dad, we went down there for the game. Lakers, Mavericks, old arena, old uniforms for the Mavericks, and we got to. There's a ton of people there. We got close to the fence where they let the buses out, and I got a bunch of pictures of Rodman, Shaq, Kobe. Oh yeah, it was a fun game.
Remember that, Jeff? Do you remember Reunion Arena?
Yeah, I think
it was kind of a dump. Older years.
Yes, it was very old.
But it was okay. I think that was what 97 when Kobe was a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
About that time when we went. Tried to go to a Maverick game once a year and a Cowboy game once a year, and we got to go to that Laker game. It was a fun time.
Josh says
I got a bunch of pictures, but they're kind of blurry because people were pushing up against me, and it was a madhouse.
Josh says it's like picking up Juwan Howard or Tracy McGrady. They will be sitting on the bench.
Hey, Nick, how about the worst Bears defensive coordinator going to Alabama?
Mel Tucker?
Mel Tucker.
Hey, they have Lane Kiffin, so I guess they're trying to get the NFL's rechecks.
Mel Tucker. Hey, you know what? On that note, we're going to run to our first update of the day. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. Welcome, everybody, to the first of two updates. It's January 26th. 2015. NBA, the Portland-Brooklyn game has been postponed because of a big blizzard on the East Coast. The same goes for the Sacramento Kings and the New York Knicks game postponed.
Wussies.
Other games in the NBA tonight, you got Orlando taking on Memphis, Philadelphia taking on the New Orleans Pelicans, the Minnesota Timberwolves at the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Boston Celtics taking on the Utah Jazz, and Denver Nuggets taking on Los Angeles Clippers. In the NHL, the second half of the season begins tomorrow night. Here are the games in the NHL for starting the second half. The New York Rangers at the New York Islanders, Arizona at Philadelphia, Winnipeg at Pittsburgh, Washington at Columbus, Dallas at Montreal, Detroit at Florida, Tampa Bay at Carolina, Colorado at Nashville, Buffalo at the Flames, Minnesota at Edmonton, and Anaheim taking on Vancouver. The Pro Bowl has concluded. It's all done and over with down in Glendale, Arizona. It was complete with Irvin beating Carter 32-28. So that's all taken care of. The last thing we have for NFL football, of course, is the Super Bowl coming up Sunday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time. That is your update for Sports World Radio. When we come back, more sports talk with Jeff Eskow, Nicholas Spiva, and Sean Mann.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. a wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and the Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome to the show. Nicholas and I are sitting there laughing. We're talking, and I'm trying to get to the show, and we're just sitting here laughing and talking. Welcome back, everybody. Sports World Radio. Jeff Escott, Sean Mann, Nicholas Spiva, hanging out, talking with us. I would love to tell you what we were talking about, but it's not right.
You got to pay for that.
That's right. That's where the 52-week subscription comes into effect. If you want to get the backstory or all the conversations that happen in the background while we are at break, that's going to cost you $52 for the year.
And our personal recipes also, you got to pay for that too.
That's why you should hear some of the stuff we talk about during the break. It's kind of fun. Hey, Nicholas and I were talking and cracking jokes. We came on the air still laughing. And you guys don't even know what we were laughing at. How great is that? So subscribe to Sports World Radio and get a full year for only $52.
You get the inside info.
You get the inside info. You get all the good stuff that happens when you guys are listening to commercials and we're on hold, right? Hey, I think we lost. What's his face? What the hell's his name? Oh yeah, Sean. Are you there?
Yeah, he looks like it's thinking. I got the
like
yellow thinking symbol on
Look at him, man.
my computer.
He's probably got some bad, crappy weather up there in Idaho, the land of potatoes.
Yeah, I bet the.
Okay, so since he's gone, he can't interrupt us. So let's you and I talk about this R.Godell thing. You're the one
that
that
was a great article, wasn't it?
You sent
Pretty
me this
enlightening.
freaking article. Holy freaking Toledo, Batman. Are you kidding me? As soon as I finished reading the article, you know what I did with it, right? I put it right on Facebook, man. I wanted people to read the article. I put it right on Sports World Radio's Facebook page. There's the article right there. If you haven't read it, go read it. Freaking awesome article. Let's see if we can get Dingleberry back. And it was an awesome article. So, and I started to bring it up, but you know Sean, he cut me right off. You know how he goes.
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear any bad talk about his Patriots.
No, he doesn't, man. Wussy. But I happen to agree with Richard Sherman.
Oh, yeah. He's hit the nail on the head.
I happen to agree with him 100%. You know, it is a conflict of interest because they are really good friends. And personally, how the hell does Roger Goodell get to be judge, jury, and executioner all in one shot? I know it's the player's fault for giving them all that power, but still, come on.
Yeah, you got to have somebody else to come in there, and I would like to see maybe some old coaches, old players, something, put a panel together and talk about these suspensions or fines or whatever it is, because he just makes up stuff as he goes along.
I know.
It's like especially against the Steelers. I know nobody likes the Steelers here, but they got some of the worst fines for the Steelers, and say a team with put another team does the same thing, it's nowhere near the same price as what the Steelers pay.
No, I know. And you want to know something? Tom Benson, the owner of the Saints and the owner of the Jets, okay, they're not happy. They're not happy what's going on.
I wonder how many owners are really not happy with the whole thing with Roger Goodell.
Here's a little statement. It's also an open secret in league circles that some owners, especially Woody Johnson of the Jets, resent the preferential treatment Goodell is perceived to extend to his inner circle. That's not good.
I wonder who the inner circle is besides Kraft.
Oh, you know who? Oh, it's whoever he hangs out with. You know, it's whoever he hangs out with, and he happens to be right.
Oh, Jerry Jones is one of them, and I think Jerry Richardson's the other one. The article says.
Yeah,
under
Jones
number
and
2.
Richardson under number 2, right? Right at the bottom down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry Jones and Richardson. Yeah.
The Cowboys came under fire for that official riding the bus with them from Thousand Oaks to the whatever it was, either the Raider game or San Diego game this year. Do you remember that? Some guy was riding their bus on the way down, and they caught all sorts of flack for that.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't. There's some official guy. He's like one of Goodell's minions, but yeah, he rode the bus along with them and was talking, and that just blew up. Everybody thought the Cowboys were going to, I don't know, pay him off the officials or something.
Well, Roger Goodell is pissing off a lot of people, man.
Sure is.
Yeah. A ton of people.
Yeah, and it's got to stop. And he's got to make the right decision. And I'm telling you, this decision ain't going to come down until after the game. And he's going to do that just because of Bob Kraft. You know that as well as I do.
I've listened to a couple radio programs this morning, and they all said this should have been taken care of last week.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you're there, get it over with. Get it over and done with, and let's move on. Now this is going to overshadow the game, and this is going to be a great Super Bowl. You got a great defense versus a great offense, but nobody's going to talk about it.
Nope, because we're going to be talking about this thing because he's not smart enough to get it done before the Super Bowl. He wants to let his team get in there and see if they can win, which I hope they lose. Just because of Roger Goodell now and his freaking bullcrap that he's trying to do, and then he needs to give them the right punishment. Don't just fine them. And
he even said, you guys remember this back when the Bounty Gate, that ignorance is no excuse. Is he gonna fulfill that with Belichick? Because Belichick says he has no idea, but ignorance is no excuse. That's why they got Sean Payton. It's suspended him for an entire year, and Sean Payton says he didn't know what's going on. But according to Roger Goodell, ignorance is no excuse. I'm curious to see if he's going to enforce it like he did with the Saints.
It's a big question mark too, Nick, when you think about how he's going to handle this whole situation, because he has to do something. If he just sits around and doesn't do anything, then that's just reminding us of what happened with the domestic violence situation and with the situation with Adrian Peterson. I have not been a big fan of Roger Goodell ever since he became the NFL commissioner. That's why he is the least popular NFL commissioner.
Yeah, he's so erratic. The fines are crazy. The one team gets fined more than the other. You know, with the Saints, I didn't agree with this suspended a year because they knew about it. The NFL knew about it for like 3 years. They knew exactly what was happening, and they just didn't say anything. And then they decided to suspend it for an entire year, and the NFL knew about it.
Right. No, I'm with you.
So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. You know, I don't know how big a deal it is, but it's still cheating. I mean, still, you know the rules, and you know that that should not happen. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen with the whole situation.
I believe that he's probably going to just say, let's just focus on getting through the Super Bowl this week, and then on Sunday, then I will decide what I want to do. I'm pretty sure that's what
he's going to say.
The mindset for Roger Goodell.
Of course that's what he's going to say. Because he doesn't want to do anything until after the Super Bowl's over. Because he wants to protect his friend a little bit. Well, that's the most unridiculous thing I've ever heard you do. Because That's all everybody's going to be talking about now. And then when you don't punish your friend, everybody's going to know that's your friend, and you give him preferential treatment to your friend. So you're in a pickle, Mr. Goodell. You better harm your friend pretty good with this one.
Yeah, you brought it all upon yourself with the Saints saying when you said ignorance is no excuse. Now Belichick is saying I didn't know about it. So I mean, if ignorance is no excuse, then that's there's this excuse to get him good. But will he? I don't know. That's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Sure is.
You think they're going to bring in anybody else, or you think Goodell's going to do it?
No, you know what's going to happen? Like you said earlier in the show, that poor kid who was the
equipment manager
is going to take the fall. You know,
probably, yeah.
Yeah.
They need a scapegoat, so it's going to be some poor dude that. And you know what they may have? And I listened to a guy last week on the radio said, you know what, they may pay his college off, or they may give him a new house or something just to take the fall, so the good guys don't look bad. But I heard Tony Dungy this morning say he may not have felt the football when he was coaching, but he knew exactly what the procedures were. He knew who handled the footballs, and he knew if there was a problem with the football, he knew who to go to. There's 2 guys for the Colts. He knew exactly who to go to if they had a problem with the football. And now Belichick has no clue what's going on.
Okay, here's something really quick. I saw this article. Jay Glazer, breaking news, zeroed in on a locker room attendant. We talked about that a little earlier. So they're gonna blame a locker room guy because they have video, obviously, of a locker room taking the footballs from the officials' locker room to another area on the way to the field. It's not clear if this was an isolated incident for the AFC title game or if it was behavior that occurred habitually for all games.
Well, they said that the Colts said the Ravens tipped him off.
It's likely that a ball boy went rogue and decided to doctor the balls without receiving instructions to do so.
Why? What's his motive? Why would he do that? Was he mad?
No, here.
Did they do him wrong or something?
No.
I mean, why would a ball boy go and deflate 11 or 12 balls?
I know. No, which makes this interesting. Remember, Matt Walsh, the man responsible for the taping during the Spygate incident, he told his story, which received a lot of media interest back in 2007 before dropping an NFL site, blah, 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 blah. So I don't think that somebody went rogue.
And we're
why would they?
Why? I don't know. Hey, we're going to run.
It's just a ball boy. Hey, I think I'm going to go deflate the footballs, 11 of them.
Yeah, why?
Kicks and giggles.
Yeah, exactly, because they're going to set this kid up for life, and that'll be that. Hey, we're going to run to a quick commercial, top of the hour break. We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Have you ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes?
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere?
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean. Now that you're back.
Jeff, yeah, the next story we get to that we talked a little bit about on commercial break, and thank you to Josh for bringing this up. Charles Woodson has agreed to a contract with the Oakland Raiders. He decided to come back to Oakland for 2015.
Okay, we were talking about this during break, and I said, Charles Woodson, you proved to me that you're just playing for the money now. Because you ain't winning a championship with the Raiders, so you're just playing for the money.
Yep. Take the money and run.
That's what he's doing. He's taking the money.
And can you blame him? I don't blame him. Heck, if I'm that old and somebody wants to pay me that much money,
come on! I thought players play for a championship.
Sure, really, but maybe they don't. Nobody else wants him.
And if he says, "I want to win a championship," then you know he's lying, because you don't sign an extension on your contract with the Raiders and expect to win a Super Bowl. Get the hell out of here. Really?
Charles Woodson had 112 tackles in 2014 and 97 in 2013.
Plus, how old is he?
38 years old.
Oh, Jesus criminy, man. He's old. What is he?
That's why nobody else will probably take him.
Let me ask you a question. Did he sign an extension to be a player or a coach?
He signed an extension as a player.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. Let's see how long he lasts in that season. 38 years old, he could be coaching football pretty soon.
He is an 8-time Pro Bowler, has 60 career interceptions, the second most among active players.
Okay, speaking of defensive players, you hear about Landon Cohn?
Yeah, that's a great article you sent me there, Jeff.
You like that article, right? Did you see that? See, you sent me one, I reciprocate and send one back to you, my friend.
I like that article.
I sent it to Sean, too. Did you see it, Sean?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Landon Cohn, who's playing for the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl this week. Do you know what he was doing a couple of weeks ago? People? Do you know what he was doing up until January 4th, I should say? Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
You know what he was doing, kids? He was parking cars. He was a valet. He owned a valet company with his partner. He was parking cars. How about that?
It's his own company, too.
It's his own company. He owns it. Him and his partner, they own it. They were parking cars yeah. He was right here. It says 4 weeks ago, he and 2 lifelong friends were running their valet service in Spartanburg, South Carolina. One workout and a few phone calls later, the journeyman defensive tackle landed with the Seattle Seahawks despite not having been on an NFL roster the entire regular season. Because of Seahawks tackle Jordan Hill went down with a knee injury on January 4th. So they called Landon Cohn up. And now he's playing in the Super Bowl. A couple of weeks ago.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, he's parking cars for his valet service that he owns in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Now he's playing in the Super Bowl. Don't you think his 2 friends are happy? Don't you think his 2 partners are at that Super Bowl game too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, They might be
And
parking
thinking of how much money
cars.
he can make and put back into that company.
Oh, man. You don't think they're happy as all heck? They know money's going into the company?
Now they have the whole world knows it.
Exactly
That's
right.
Even better. Free publicity right there.
Exactly right. So their valet service, it's called the Valet LLC. The trio started out by soliciting partnerships and parking cars themselves. The ground-up venture eventually launched the website and began packing a schedule with anything and everything: parties, weddings, cities, events, and private contracts. A little more than 3 years later, they've added 9 employees and built a thriving business out of hustling mantra: we run fast and drive slow. How about that for a mantra? We run fast and drive slow.
I like it.
Now you don't think everybody's good. Everybody that reads this article, if they're ever in South Carolina and they need a valet service, who are they going to call?
Exactly. Go look this guy up.
The Valet LLC.
All it needs now is an app for the phones, and it'll be ready to go.
They got a website. Let's go check out the website. You're right. All they need is an app. Maybe I'll get in touch with them and I'll sell them an app. Well, you know what? That link that's in the
it doesn't exist.
don't work. What the hell is that all about? That page you're looking for isn't here. Try searching above. Way to go, Landon. I think you need to fix that, boy. Once you get this payment from, how much do they get paid for the playoffs?
I don't know.
I'm not sure either.
Well, he's making some money. He can afford a new website now.
I think that may have been a bad link.
Probably.
Because there is a valet. The valet, I'm looking at the valet.
The Valet LLC?
No, it's the valet. I typed in LLC, but I came up with the valet864.com. That's the area code.
Is it?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's not saying where they're out of. I don't know what 864 area code is either.
Well, it's Spartanburg, South Carolina is what it is.
Yeah, that's it. They probably have a bad link. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's called the valet864.com. They serve Spartanburg,
Valet864.com.
Greenville, Columbia, and Charlotte, North Carolina.
There you go. Put that link in the chat room. There you go. Put that link in the chat room.
Jeff, I give you props on this story you sent about.
I like that, huh?
Yeah, that was a good one.
I read that. I was like, holy freaking Toledo. Now I want to see Seattle kick the crap out of New England. I want Seattle to win just for this guy alone.
Oh, boy, I'm not going to hear the end of it.
That's right, man.
Yeah.
I'm coming at you. Because I don't want to have to listen to you all year long about your damn Patriots winning the Super Bowl.
A whole year?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. My Skype and my Facebook will be turned off on Sunday, so
Thank
nobody will
God.
pester me.
Thank God.
Maybe we need to post Sean's cell phone number to people.
Thank God.
Don't you dare post my cell phone to people. I don't want people calling me.
I need a hacker. All the hackers, listen up. I need Sean's cell phone number posted to Facebook. Facebook and Spreaker. I need that done.
Nick, you're making me spit Pepsi out. Don't do that, please.
Making me
Is
spit
Pepsi
out.
a code word for wine cooler?
Making me spit Pepsi out.
You had to hit me with that.
No, Pepsi's a code word for milk.
All right, so now it's on from roasting me about Boston and the trip there, and now it's getting on me about Pepsi and the Super Bowl. Okay.
Yeah, when is that trip happening?
Hey, Sean, did you get that email? I sent you a story about some guy who met people offline and was they murdered him.
Did you really? You sent them the story? Did you
They
really?
did. I'm not making it up.
Way to go, Nicholas.
No, and then there's another one where they sent him. They got him all liquored up.
I know.
Got him tattoos.
Everybody's saying when you go to Boston, Sean, please make sure you're careful.
You're not
there,
even
'cause
gonna
there's a lot
make
of
it to
black
Boston, dude. You better be careful. You better hope you make it to Boston to begin with.
How about this new thing, the Craigslist? Did you see that? This elderly couple from Craigslist were trying to buy a car or something, and they end up missing. And now the cops have said they found 2 bodies at the lake where their car was found.
Really?
Yeah, it just happened. I told you that's how these stories I watch. That's how they end up. We met some guy online.
Sean,
You gotta be careful. You may need to put a GPS planner under your skin or something and get injected with a GPS, so we can track you if something happens.
Yeah, you better be careful, young fella.
Yeah.
Boy, everybody's looking out for me, thinking I'm going to get hurt. I'll be all right. Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be all right. MLB. Speaking of baseball. Rest in peace to one of the all-time great baseball players, Frank. I know tomorrow you want to talk about this. Ernie Banks, Jeff and Nick, passed away on Friday at the age of 83. He was known as Mr. Cub. Rest in peace, Ernie Banks.
Yeah, I'm going to wait. I really want to talk to Frank tomorrow about that. So we'll wait. We'll talk more about that tomorrow.
Yeah, I didn't want to get too much into that because I know this is Frank is the diehard Chicago Cubs fan. I can talk to you a little bit about it, Nick. What was your thoughts when you heard about Ernie Banks and what a career he had for the Chicago Cubs?
Yeah, well, I really didn't know much about Ernie Banks because when I was a kid, growing up, I really didn't watch baseball. Didn't have a history for baseball. But as get older, I watched baseball a little more, and found out it was a great quote. Had a lot of great sayings. Seemed like a real guy. Really cared about the fans. Here's a couple quotes from it says, this is from the Chicago Tribune. I found this article. It says the Cubs are due in 62. The Cubs will come alive in 65. The Cubs will be heavenly in 67. The Cubs will shine in 69. And the Cubs will glow in 70.
Wow.
He seemed like a great optimist, as I said in the paper, and really always looked it seems to me look like on the bright side instead of always being look on the bad side.
Mm-hmm.
He played with the Cubs from 1953 to 1971. Banks never reached the postseason, and the Cubs, of course, fell below 500. He hit 512 career home runs during the 19-year career. He was a good guy, and, of course, don't want to mention too much because, like you said, Jeff, Frank will definitely want to be talking about this tomorrow afternoon. But rest in peace, Ernie Banks.
There you go.
Other news, Nick, how about this one? Alex Rodriguez to contest the milestone home run. The Yankees are devising legal arguments to Alex Rodriguez won't be able to collect any of the bonuses he is owed per the $30 million.
I think that's a joke. I think that's a joke and a half.
What's your thoughts?
I haven't even heard about it. What's what's going on now? When I see A-Rod, I tend to zone out and not pay attention.
I
haven't paid much attention to this story. So what's
I can mention a little bit more too, Nick, after this commercial break.
It's commercial break time already. Holy freaking Toledo, Batman. We'll be right back with more Sports Talk with Sports World Radio. Peace out. We'll be right back.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Home fires occur most often in winter. Keep anything that can catch fire at least 3 feet from heating equipment. And never use an oven to heat your home. Stay in the kitchen when frying, grilling, or broiling food. Turn space heaters off when you leave the room or go to bed. Make sure all vents are clear of snow and ice to allow carbon monoxide to vent outside. Have your furnace, heating system, and chimneys serviced each year by a qualified professional. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
This message brought to you by FEMA. Stay fire safe this winter. Turn portable heaters off when you go to bed or leave the room. Keep anything that can burn at least 3 feet away. Plug portable heaters directly into wall outlets. Inspect and replace damaged cords, broken outlets, or loose connections. Use portable heaters with an automatic shutoff so that if they tip over, they turn off. Only use portable heaters approved by a recognized testing laboratory. Learn more at www.usfa.fema.gov.
Hey everybody, this is Sky. And when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, Nicholas Spiva bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West, If you live in the Central.
Figure that out for yourself.
Yeah, damn Skippy. So we were busting Sean's chop about his trip coming up in May over the break. We told him he should get a GPS stamped in his ass.
Oh, Lord.
In his right cheek.
All you got to do, Sean, is watch Discovery ID if you get that. That'll set you up for if you learn up on it so you'll know the moves so you can counter the moves.
For everybody
if
that
you see
listens to
something
the show.
happening, hey, I saw this on that one show. This is going to happen next.
Right.
Then you'll know what to do.
For everybody that listens to Sports World Radio, and you know that Sean's going away in May, is on vacation without his mommy and his daddy. He's going to meet friends that he met on Facebook, and then he's going to Phoenix, and we hang out with them for a couple days, and then he's going to go to Boston. We've told him to be careful. For all you people out there that know the show, just send something to Sean telling him to be careful. Because something's going to happen.
A lookout, Jeff, of we have different listeners in different states. We need to send our picture to Sean and then have him on the lookout so that they can report back to us.
You know what? We need to get – that's right. We need all our listeners that live in Phoenix, Arizona. We need our Phoenix, Arizona listeners on high alert in the month of May. We'll let you know the date. We need you on high alert. And then all our listeners in Boston – we need you on higher alert after that. Because we need to find out that he actually made it to Boston.
We need eyes on the ground at
eyes
JFK
on the ground.
Airport.
Right.
Isn't it JFK?
No, that's in New York.
Logan.
Logan. Yeah.
Airport. Yeah. We need eyes on the ground. Make sure people see him at the airport. Make sure they see him at the game. We need your help, people. We need your help. We got to keep Sean safe. He's a young fella.
If they sent you into the store for duct tape and a gasoline can, I'd be on alert.
I'd say, okay, no problem, and take your bags with you and never return to the house again.
Head out the back door.
That's right. Hey Sean, if you go into their house and you see a door with a padlock on the outside where you can actually see the padlock, get the hell out.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's a bad sign.
That's a very bad sign.
Or if they have padlocks on their van when they pick you up on the outside.
Or if they pick you up in a van, be very leery of what's going on to be in that house.
With no windows.
Exactly.
If it's a white panel van with no windows,
you might be hurting. Hey! Careful there, son. I had a white panel van with no windows for years.
Oops.
Josh goes, stay away from the Mountain Dew and don't purchase yogurt out there or pizza. A slice of pizza is $10 out there, and a cup of yogurt costs $10.
Yeah, I had a white panel van for years. I ran a courier business for a long, long time. I had 2 windows in the back of the van and the 3 windows in the front, passenger, driver, in the front window, and that was it. And you want to know?
Show start. You see a white van driving down the street.
And you want to know something?
People.
And you want to know something? I had a cage that went along the back seat with a door with a lock on it, so nobody can get to me. In case I put somebody in the back.
Uh-oh.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, I was all set up.
So people think this is a bad sign that I'm going, well, come on, it's good to get out of the house for a while and go enjoy some vacation.
We're just a little leery that because you met these people on the internet. That's all.
Yeah?
That's all we're saying, my friend.
They met me last year in September. They drove 1,400 miles to meet me.
They came to your house?
Yep.
They met your mommy?
Yep.
And your daddy?
Yes.
So
me.
So in other words, they fooled your mother and father.
No, they knew that they were coming.
Yeah.
They wanted to meet me, and I've talked with them before.
Yeah, so in other words, they fooled your mother and father into letting you go on vacation with them.
Yeah. This is the first.
See that? See what he just said there, Nicholas? He said, yeah.
I got the last end of it. I got kicked off. But
Oh, did you? I said so because he said those people came up to where he lives and met his mom and dad and him and all that. And I said, oh, so they fooled your mother and father enough for you to go to Phoenix? And he said, yeah.
Uh-oh. That's not a good sign.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, they fooled your mom and dad good enough where they're going to let you go on vacation with them. Ay, vey. Ay, goddamn. Exactly.
Yeah,
right.
I need to go there. I need to go to Fenway.
Can you find these people online if you have to? Go do some research on them?
Sean, I hope and pray you make it to Fenway. You like that little rhyme there, Junior? I hope and pray you make it to Fenway.
Sure, I'll do just fine when I go to Fenway and take long
Well,
pictures.
listen, you're going to Phoenix first. You got to get from Phoenix to Fenway. I'm not too sure you might get from Phoenix to Fenway.
Oh, jeez.
That's the only thing I'm afraid of.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just saying.
I hope you make it.
You hope I make it, huh?
I'm just saying there, young fella. Okay?
I hope so, too.
I'm just saying. What do you got for us next there, young fella?
We're talking about Alex Rodriguez still. If Rodriguez hits 6 more home runs, which would tie him with Willie Mays for 4th all-time, he
Yankees
will
want
be
to try and
eligible for
screw
a
him.
$6 million bonus.
Yankees want to try and screw him, don't they?
Yes.
I don't think it's right. I think the Yankees should be forced to pay him. They signed the contract.
Yeah.
10 years, $275 million.
Their
in November
problem
of
that they signed a
2007.
contract for 10 years.
Yep.
Just like it's the Nationals' problem that they signed Scherzer for 7 years for 200 and whatever hell million or 8 million, whatever the hell it is.
It was a 7-year, $210 million contract.
We're gonna, just like they did that. It's the Yankees' problem for doing it.
How about it kind of reminds me of the Angels and Pujols. Signed a 10-year contract for, what, $250, something like that?
Uh-huh.
That's going to be you're probably going to have the same thing with him in a couple of years. They want to get out of that contract. But you still look at Rodriguez, he may hit 6 home runs, but do you really think he's going to catch Barry Bonds, Hank Aaron, and Babe Ruth? There's no way he catches those guys.
No, because he's not going to play.
He couldn't even hit home runs a couple of years ago when he was playing. So I don't really think they have anything to worry about. But still, I mean, you sign a contract, then you should honor it. But you know how the management always gets out of that somehow.
As it stands, the Yankees owe Alex Rodriguez $61 million over the next 3 seasons to complete the 10-year contract. The Yankees had discussed internally trying to void that contract, but that is not in the plans right now for the New York Yankees organization.
You really think he's going to be any good at 40 after sitting out a year? And even the year before that, he was terrible? You really think he's going to do anything now?
No, and I can say one thing too, Nick, that he is not a Hall of Famer for all the trouble he got himself into with Major League Baseball.
I just don't think there's any way he can finish out this contract. Jiminy Christmas.
What do you think, Jeff? Do you think that the Yankees
How many years
will
does he
try
have
either
left?
this year or next year to get rid of him?
How many years left?
He has 3 years left on this 10-year contract.
3 years left on his 10-year contract?
Yes.
I mean, will he even make the team? I'm sure he has to make the team, but, I mean, he's been out of baseball for a year, and he's 40.
He'll be 39 in July, would also pocket $6 million apiece if he tied Babe Ruth, Hank Aaron, Barry Bonds, and besting Bonds' record on home runs.
Right.
There's no way. He's got to hit almost 100 to 118 home runs? 120, I guess, would break the record, but there's no way he hits 120 home runs in the next 3 years.
Well, say he averages 50 for the next 3 years. It's done. Or 4-8-12, even if he averages 40.
Yeah. You really think he can hit 40 home runs
I
a
don't
year?
even think he's going to hit 25.
And like Jeff pointed out, Nick, that it was the right choice for Derek Jeter to just say, I'm done after this year and retire, because I'm sure he didn't want to put up with another year with Alex Rodriguez.
Oh,
Derek
yeah,
Jeter.
I'm sure. I have to agree with that. I mean, A-Rod's just a big distraction.
He's a distraction and a cancer for the New York Yankees, who have been trying really hard to trade him, but nobody else wants him. I know Miami a few years ago had tried, but that fell through, and the rumors went cold.
There's nobody going to even remotely get close to Alex Rodriguez, not after sitting out a year. And then he was bad in the year before that, so there's no way.
Question is, can he return to being Alex Rodriguez, or is he just going to be the guy that Yankee fans dislike because he's been booed a lot when he hasn't stepped up? And he's only won 1 championship out of this big contract that he won, which was 2009.
Right.
There's no way he goes back to his old form.
No,
especially if he's off the drugs. Are you kidding me? Jiminy Christmas. There's no way.
Right. There's no way. I agree. There's no way. Not even if he. No, I don't even.
He'd have to hit the juice pretty hard to even remotely get 25 home runs.
Yeah, he'd have to freaking. Yeah, he's not even going to play every day either.
No, I wouldn't expect
Right?
that. I don't even know who the Yankees have, but surely they got somebody better than him.
I think so. Wouldn't you think so?
Yep.
I would have to say they have somebody better than A-Rod right now.
But the team is getting old too, Nick, when you think about what the future will be like for the Yankees. Expectations will not be very good for them because they have to wonder, can they keep everybody healthy? Will their pitching be good? Their bullpen is still a problem too. So I say 2015 will not be a good year for them.
I doubt they make the playoffs again because Baltimore's doing pretty good.
Right. Toronto's not too bad. Boston,
Tampa
who
Bay
knows?
is a question mark, Jeff and Nick, because losing Joe Madden was a big loss for them. You're wondering, can the Rays be good with the new manager and their new system?
Who knows?
With the Rays, what do you think, Nick? What's your thoughts about them?
I don't even think they're going to sniff the playoffs with everything that's going on over there.
I don't think so either. What do you think, Nick?
I agree with you guys. I don't think the Yankees will be in the playoffs.
Or the Rays?
Or the Rays? No, I don't think they have a new coach, a new manager. And then aren't they losing James Shields? Isn't he the pitcher there?
James
or did
Shields
they trade him away? They traded him to Kansas City. But yeah, I don't think they're going to make it either. I think they're not with the Toronto, Baltimore, and Boston all improving. Although Baltimore did lose Nelson Cruz, didn't they, to Seattle?
They lost Nelson Cruz to Seattle, and Nick Markakis went to the Atlanta Braves. So they lost two big bats in their lineup.
That could hurt them, but still, Buck Showalter's done a great job with the Baltimore.
You think his job is on the line too, Nick, for Buck Showalter?
Nah.
They don't make the playoffs?
No, because they've gone further every year, haven't they?
They've improved, yeah. They used to be pretty bad, right?
Yeah.
From 98 to 2011, 13 straight years for losing years, and then they finally got back in the playoffs in 2012, and then, of course, made it to the ALCS last year.
There's no way they fire him. You know, it's one bad season. I always hate when you fire somebody because they have a one bad year. I mean, give him a chance to turn it around. I think they'll be okay. But I don't think you should fire him.
No, he's turned that whole organization around.
Oh, yeah, they've done a heck of a job. He's done a heck of a job.
Okay, you fire him. Who else is going to get that job?
Yeah, who else is going to be the answer for them?
No, I think he's pretty much set for a couple of years, I would imagine.
I would imagine so, wouldn't you?
He's done a great job.
Yep. Okay, let's get to our final update of the day. Take it away, Sean Mann.
Welcome, everybody, to the last update for Sports World Radio, 30 minutes after the second hour. NHL, here are the games for tonight. Actually, tomorrow night, the Rangers taking on the Islanders, Coyotes at the Flyers, Jets at the Penguins, Capitals at Blue Jackets, Stars at Canadians, Red Wings taking on the Panthers, Lightning at the Hurricanes, Avalanche at Predators, Sabres taking on the Flames, Wild at the Oilers, and Ducks taking on the Canucks. So that's the start tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, of the second half of the National Hockey League season. In the NBA, of course, there are going to be games tonight, but two of them have been postponed. The Trailblazers Nets and the Kings Knicks game, both of them have been postponed because of a severe blizzard that is hitting the East Coast of the United States. However, there is some other games that we have going on. You got the Magic taking on the Grizzlies tonight, the 76ers taking on the Pelicans, Celtics taking on the Jazz, Timberwolves at the Thunder, and the Nuggets are taking on the Clippers. In the NFL, the Pro Bowl is complete. It is done, and it goes to Irvin. They defeat Carter 32-28 in the Pro Bowl All-Star game. So that is all complete. What is left, like I pointed out from the first update, is the Super Bowl. Patriots and the Seahawks. Patriots are from the AFC. They're representing the AFC, and, of course, the Seahawks representing the NFC. In Major League Baseball, of course, sad news to report. A couple big pieces of news. Ernie Banks, Mr. Cub, has passed away at the age of 83. He played his entire 19-year career with the Chicago Cubs. Monbouquet, the Hall of Famer for the Boston Red Sox, he passed away at the age of 78. He was on some of the Red Sox teams of the 1960s. Final update is complete. When we come back from this update and commercial break, Jeff, Nick, and I will be talking about Skippy Bayless as the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour coming up right after this commercial break.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think.
Synergistic integration.
Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Pascal, Sean Mann, and Nicholas Spiva is still hanging in with us here on our Monday show. Gotta love that with Nicholas is hanging with us. All right, you promised him something. Give it to him, Sean.
All right, Jeff and Nick, the next segment we get to is called the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Skippy sucks.
Skippy Bayless said that I'm happy to be in Arizona.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. It's only, Skip, it's only 4.5 hours away from San Diego by drive. Come on, bitch.
Not too a ways away from Oklahoma, wouldn't you say there, huh, Nicholas?
Yeah, it's about 18, maybe 15, 18 hours drive.
It's only a 4.5 hour drive for me, man.
So, yeah, it's a little ways away.
Skippy Bayless said that he wished that my Dallas Cowboys were in the Super
wishing.
Bowl.
Keep wishing. You just
Cowboy fans wishing that for 20 years now.
Yeah. You got a guy on the phone with me that's been wishing that his whole life. Okay? So get on, you know what, Skip? Get in the back of the line with Nicholas, right behind him.
And as it turns out, in January of 1996, that Super Bowl that the Cowboys won, that was in Arizona. Skippy must have been rocking and rolling in his living room probably that the Cowboys won their 5th Super Bowl championship.
What a wussy he is.
Skippy Bayless said that my Seattle Seahawks will give the Patriots a run for their money.
So,
well, I agree with that. I don't know why they're his Seahawks all of a sudden, but I do agree with that. I think it's going to be a great game.
Here's the thing. My is his favorite word.
Well, I have a feeling we're going to hear him say my New England Patriots somewhere along the line as well.
Probably tomorrow.
Well, either that or later on, Sean's probably got one, too, that says my New England
Patriots.
Yeah, so he's been actually on the Tom Brady bandwagon for a very long time. So I will be shocked if he picks Seattle to win.
Skippy Bayless said that he enjoyed watching the Pro Bowl.
You enjoy watching garbage, Skip?
I watched it. The first couple plays, the fans were just booing him because they tried to. Did you see that? They tackled to DeMarco Murray and they just kind of held him, gave him a big old hug.
No, I didn't watch the game. I don't watch crap like that.
The first couple plays, they kind of just went halfway. The fans started booing him big time.
Good.
They finally started hitting a little bit, but yeah, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, it's people can get hurt playing that. You might as well just not even play if you're going to play like that.
Just do all-star stuff with the I don't know, like the NBA does, the talent contest or whatever,
Right.
skills competition.
Exactly. You do tons of skills competitions, man.
Like, I'm really going to watch the Pro Bowl. It's like, I don't even really care about it. I don't even watch it
Gives a
every
flying
year.
fig Newton about it.
Skippy doesn't, though. He likes
It's another way for the players
Well,
to
of
get a
course he's going to say that
$55
because it's
check.
on ESPN. I'm sure you had to say it.
It's another way for players to get $55,000.
Skippy Bayless said that Tony Romo should be in the Super Bowl and not Russell Wilson.
Well, he should be, but he's not, so suck it. He's not in the Super Bowl. You know what? By you making that statement, that don't mean nothing because guess what? He's not in the Super Bowl. He's not. His team's not. He's not. Seattle is, so shut the hell up. They couldn't even get past Green Bay, for Christ's sakes.
Skippy Bayless said that my Atlanta Hawks will struggle in the second half. So when did they become your Atlanta Hawks?
I told you, Sean.
Well, they took over first place.
I know you told me, Jeff, but
I
it's
told
just,
you last week he was going to be pulling out that mine for the Atlanta Hawks.
He hops on all the winners. That's the thing. He goes
He's
for
a
whatever.
bandwagon.
I know.
He kind of, you know what? He kind of reminds me of Sean in a way, bandwagon fan.
Cut it out. Leave me out of it.
No, actually we can't because you switched teams.
Oh, only
And
once.
it had to be the Patriots of all the teams.
Which you know what?
Skippy Bayless said
You know
that
what?
my-
I kind of hold on a second. I kind of find it funny. I notice how he's trying to change the subject. I
I
kind
know.
of find it funny that he left the Jets because Tim Tebow went there, and when Tim Tebow went to New England, he didn't go nowhere. He stayed there. Biased son of a bitch.
Should have gone back to the Jets.
Exactly.
I'm so glad I'm going on that trip. I need some time off.
You're going to get a lot more time off than you think.
My Cavaliers will be going to the NBA Finals.
No, they're not. You're going to get a lot more time than you think off, my friend. No, they're not.
He's happy probably because the Cavaliers are on a little bit of a hot winning streak. What do you?
How many games in a row did they win?
I think it's what was it? Wasn't it their 7 straight and they beat OKC? Nick, wasn't that right?
Yeah, I think it's 7.
I think so. 7 straight wins.
7?
They're looking better. They got those trades. J.R. Smith. Ooh, watch out.
Skippy Bayless said that my San Diego Chargers need to let go of Phillip Rivers.
You think?
I've always thought he's been overrated. You know what? He was traded basically for a guy who won 2 Super Bowls, and they let go a guy who won another Super Bowl. And yet, Phillip Rivers hasn't done anything with this. Sure, he's made the playoffs, but he had the best running back in the world with LaDainian Tomlinson, Antonio Gates, and they've done nothing, really. I mean, so that's 3 Super Bowls that you got rid of for Phillip Rivers. And what he doesn't get anywhere near the flack Tony Romo gets.
No.
Skippy.
That's because he doesn't play for the Cowboys. If he played for the Cowboys, he'd get that same flack.
Yeah, but you know what? The Cowboys have been irrelevant for 20 years.
I know.
But still, people love to hate him. Hey, that's fine with me.
Skippy Bayless said that the MLB All-Star Game should be at Jerry World.
Oh, that's just stupid. It's not even built for football. It's not built for baseball. I mean, how do you even? You can't move things that aren't movable. I mean, that's the law of physics, isn't it? You can't move an immovable object. I mean, how are you going to move seats where there's not any seats to move?
Should be at Jerry World. What do you say about that, Jeff?
It's ridiculous.
Now, there's a baseball stadium across the street. I mean, literally across the street. Yeah, the Rangers aren't going to sign up for that.
Right.
And Nick, you've been to probably lots of games at the ballpark in Arlington, Texas, where the Rangers play.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice. You know what? If they had some kind of tarp, I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's hot in Texas, so they're looking at a tarp, kind of like the. Have you guys seen the new Miami Dolphins stadium renderings? they have this cool-looking tarp on top of it, an awning or whatever you want to call it. The Rangers have been looking at something like that. So it's a nice stadium. They've done a lot of improvements, got some HD boards and stuff, so it's nice. Haven't been there a couple of years, but it's a nice stadium. It's older, but it's nice.
Skippy Bayless said that the Royal Rumble sucked.
What?
He said that the Royal Rumble
What
sucked.
the hell does he know about wrestling?
As much as I know about wrestling. Yeah.
What the hell do you know about wrestling, Junior Orbzine? I watched that whole freaking thing. It didn't suck. How can you tell me a guy jumping off the top of the freaking third rope and landing on another guy who's laid out on a table and broke his freaking rib? You're going to tell me that sucked? That was freaking
sucked.
That was freaking awesome. Seth Rollins jumps from the top freaking rope outside the ring. Let Brock Lesnar's laid out on the table. Freaking Seth Rollins whammo elbow right to the gut, broke his freaking rib. The guy's laid out pretty much the whole match. Then Seth Rollins gets on the top rope again, does a freaking somersault 360, lands on John Cena, and freaking Brock Lesnar comes running into the rink and freaking does his thing. And unstinking believable, man. Did not suck. You know what, Skip? You suck.
Hey, did the Dudley Boys make a back last night? I saw a thing on Facebook.
One did. Bubba Dudley did.
Bubba Dudley. I like the Dudley Boys.
Bubba Dudley did, and he did the thing that he usually does with the Bubba Ray showed up, and usually it's both of them, and he says, "Dion, get the table." Well, last night it was our Truth. Truth, get the table.
I love the Dudley Boys.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Skippy Bayless said that he's
How
the
can
best
he say it sucked? DDP showed up even. Rock was there.
Diamond Dallas Page?
Yeah.
What the heck? He really showed up?
Diamond Dallas Page was in the 30-man over-the-top Royal Rumble, man.
Last I saw him, he was selling yoga videos.
He was banging the hell. He was giving bangs to a bunch of people. It was awesome.
I like Diamond Dallas Page.
And then Big Show punched him right in his face and knocked him out. Hold on, Sean.
Sure.
And Big Show freaking knocked him out.
Big Show, he's still there too? Holy
Show,
mackerel.
yeah. It was kind of impressive. You know what? We're going to continue on with more Skippy quotes and talking wrestling a little bit. Listen, and we're going to run to our final break. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Show Man Nic Spiva on
Sports World Radio.
I'll take you on a moonlight ride. There's someone I used to see, but she don't give a damn for me. Well, let me get to the point. Let's roll. Another joint, turn the radio loud. I'm too alone to be proud, and you don't know how it feels. You don't know how it feels to be me.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, "Is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us." And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wonderful world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
All right, welcome back to the final segment of the show. Sorry there for a little miscommunication with the music starting off. I'm sorry about that. We got to the commercials late. Okay, final segment of the show. All right, Sean, so where are we going next with Skippy Bayless says?
Okay, Skippy Bayless said that he's the best columnist of all time.
Oh, suck my ass, will you?
What is he smoking? Holy cow.
I don't know, but he's not the best columnist. He's not even the best sports broadcaster of all time.
He's not even the best columnist in Connecticut.
He might be the best columnist in Oklahoma.
Well,
but guess
that's
what?
Debatable.
You don't even live in Oklahoma anymore.
We have some good ones, but
yeah, but he don't live in Oklahoma anymore.
Huh?
He doesn't live in Oklahoma anymore.
I know.
He lives in Connecticut.
Maybe he comes back. I don't know. His parents live here. I know that. Maybe he writes for somebody. I don't know.
Maybe you should go to his parents' house and interview them for us.
What the heck is wrong with your son? Holy mackerel.
Exactly. Get the Skippy story. You know, from when he was.
It's got to all be for show. It's just got to be pushing people's buttons. Because he does a great job of that. He
pushes my buttons like there ain't no tomorrow because he aggravates the living crap out of me. He really does.
He's doing a great. He's got to be like an actor, like the villain.
I don't believe he's that good. I don't believe he's that good. Okay, I believe he's that stupid. That's what I believe.
I could believe that.
Okay,
Put
Sean.
him on Moron Island.
Sean, he's going to be the king of Moron Island if he keeps it up.
Skippy Bayless said that he's the John Madden of sports analyst.
I want to take him on so bad.
Oh, my goodness.
It's going to be a fight to the finish, and you're going to feel like the size of a curb when I'm done with you.
And you're comparing yourself to John Madden, Skippy, really?
Oh, my goodness. At least you didn't say Al Michaels or something.
I can't wait till people start to compare themselves to you because you are a complete moron.
Oh, he will throw his name in with Al Michaels one of these days, Nick. You can count on it.
He just needs to go back to sleep.
He really does, doesn't he?
Skippy Bayless said that Deflategate is a joke and people are jealous about the Patriots.
He's a joke.
Well, you know what? It's still a rule. I mean, you got to follow the rules. It's just like the catch rule. Nobody agrees with the catch rule, but it's still a rule.
The catch rule. It's still a rule. That's right. A rule is a rule is a rule.
Yeah, I mean, you can't break the rule. I mean, if you break the rules,
yeah, if you break the rule, if you break the rules,
if you go on 60 to 55, they're going to give you.
If you break the rules, you're just like the New England Patriots.
Or Josh Gordon.
Skippy Bayless said that my New York Knicks would lose whether it's snowing or not.
What?
He said that my New York Knicks would lose whether it's snowing or not.
They're not your New York Knicks, okay? You are an Oklahoma boy, so get the hell out of here. That's number one. Number two, you're probably right. They probably would have lost anyway to the Sacramento Kings because they stink too. I want the Knicks to lose every game. I want them to get the best odds of winning the freaking – because you know what's going to happen. They're going to get the number – they're going to be – the odds for them are going to be astronomical to win the number one pick, and they ain't going to get it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it usually goes. When was the last time the team with the
Last
best
year.
odds got the pick?
It didn't happen last year, I'll tell you that.
It's been a couple years, I think, hasn't it?
Last time it happened, it was the New York Knicks. When the lottery started.
When Stern
rigged the whole
edge
thing.
Of the card.
When everybody says they rigged the whole thing.
They did. Go look at the tape.
Yeah, whatever.
He threw the card in there, and you could see it bend, and then, oh, look, I'm going to go in there, reach, turn it over. Oh, there it is.
Oh, God. Get out of here. Hey, you know what? It didn't help them. Did they win a freaking championship? No. It didn't help them anyway, did it?
It backfired. Hopefully the same thing that's going to happen with the Patriots. Hopefully it backfires on Goodell.
Oh, jeez. Skippy Bayless said that Charles Barkley should be the commission.
Wow, he stopped. Wow,
Skippy
he actually stopped. What did he say?
Skippy Bayless said that Charles Barkley should be the commissioner of the NBA.
You're an idiot.
Oh, my goodness.
You are a full-blown idiot. Who saw Charles Barkley on His and Hers today? I couldn't watch it because he was on.
Yep.
He must have a dartboard in his dressing room, and he just starts throwing stuff to get his ideas.
I think so, because he's a schmuck.
And he likes to
this year it's the.
Probably likes to buy Nick a lot of Charles Barkley jerseys.
And he likes, you know what? And him and Skip are perfect for each other because they're both dumb idiots.
Yes.
What if he pays him to tell him what I should be commissioner or coach of next? I'm ready for it to be the coach of the Cowboys or something.
There you go.
Skippy Bayless said that the Pro Bowl remind him of Thursday night football fun, entertaining primetime football.
No, I watched it. It was okay.
Yeah, it was entertaining, all right.
I watched bits and pieces of it.
Yeah, it
got better in the second half when they started getting towards the winning and getting the money, but the first half was terrible.
Yeah, it was entertaining, all right. That's why it was probably not even good rated, because nobody watches that crap. The only people who watch that crap are the people that actually go to the games. I guarantee you they weren't even rated in the top 5 on television.
It was sold out, though. I heard that was sold out.
Yeah, because there's nothing to do in Arizona.
Nothing?
Nothing.
They got the Suns, don't they?
The Suns. Okay, so they got the Phoenix Suns.
Arizona Coyotes.
And the Arizona Phoenix Coyotes. Whatever. Big deal. There's nothing else to do out there, man.
I've never been there, so
you know
I don't
how much
know.
it is to go to a game, a Phoenix home game, a basketball game? Expensive as all hell, man. To sit in the nosebleed seats, they charge over $100.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Fucking nuts, man. Go ahead, Sean.
Skippy Bayless said that the NHL All-Star Game is boring, unlike college football.
I watched the NHL All-Star Game. It was more entertaining than the freaking Pro Bowl.
I can understand it's boring. I can
see what?
That.
I watched the Skills Challenge. I like the Skills Challenge in hockey.
Yeah, I always kind of like that. I saw what a guy had a 108 mile per hour stop shot.
Ovechkin won that. I watched that. Ovechkin won that, and he gave the car to a sick child with cancer.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. And I can't stand the guy Ovechkin.
HBO or whatever, they had the behind the scenes for the Ice Winter Classic one year, and it was Ovechkin whenever the Capitals played, and it was pretty interesting.
I can't
Go
stand
behind
Ovechkin.
the scenes for him.
I can't stand Ovechkin, but that was a nice thing he did. You know, I give props where props are due. That was a nice thing he did.
Lastly, Skip Bayless said that Roman Reigns shouldn't have won, and that Vince McMahon doesn't care about his fans.
I hate to tell you something. Vince McMahon is a lot smarter than you are, Skip Bayless. He's been doing the WWE. I would say. How old is Vince McMahon?
Don't know.
He's up in his 60s, right? 65? He's got to be. Okay? He's been in the WWE, which was really the WWF, probably just when you were a child. So guess what? He knows what he's doing.
He's 69, born in 1945.
69. He's 69 years old. So he's older than Skip. That's first of all, Skip. And he's only, I bet you he's been in the WWE just as long as Skip has been alive.
Yeah.
He's been doing.
I would say so.
Skip, he's been doing something. He's been doing one thing as long as you've been alive. How about that, Skip? He started out as the broadcaster for WWE. And now look at him. Guess what, Skip? You're still a broadcaster. You haven't moved from that spot. Vince McMahon is now the owner and has been. And he started out where you are still right now. And he doesn't know what he's doing. You're a jackass. I just proved that he does, doesn't he?
I can hear Nick rolling over there laughing, just loving it all.
Vince McMahon started as the broadcaster on TV doing the announcing like Jerry the King and those guys do now. That's how he started. And now he's the owner. You can't tell me he doesn't know what he's doing, moron. Unbelievable. Unstinking believable. Hey, I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. That's our time here at Sports World Radio. It's been the fastest 2 hours of sports talk. I guarantee we covered the gamut. And we'll be back tomorrow for another 2 hours. Frank Spreaker will join us in the second hour tomorrow. Hey, Nicholas, thank you so much, buddy. 2 hours again today, man. You're rocking.
Hey, thanks, guys. It's been a blast. I enjoyed it.
We enjoyed it, too. For Sean Mann, Frank Spreaker, for Sean Mann, Nicholas Spiva, I'm Jeff Escow. Remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable. Peace out, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, kid. So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over.